Good morning, friends. I'm Katie. Welcome back to my studio. Today, let's plan with me for the week of February 12th to the 18th in my Common Planner passport size. So, I have been in a bit of a funk this week. So, this is the current week, and you'll notice I haven't really been filling out tasks, and that's because I haven't been doing tasks, to be honest with you. Been a bit of a funk. That's fine. But let's see if we can get back on track this week. I'm also going to talk to you about my current new favorite pen to add to this system because I'm a little bit obsessed. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see, I guess I don't want to clip that. Let me wing this out here so it's a little flatter. Maybe we'll do the rings today, maybe not, we'll see. So, take these page flags off, center myself in the frame, and let's get started. So, let's talk about this pen. I guess we'll do that right now. So, this is the Pilot Parallel. This is the 1.5 millimeter size. I've had this for 10 years. They look slightly different now, but they're still widely available. And they're kind of an inconvenient size. They're for calligraphy, so, you know, they have a very long barrel because they think you might want to be able to hold it further out, which you might want to do. There are a lot of pens that you can swap this section out of. My friends in the Simona Discord have been messing with that. I just haven't bought any of them yet, but I will be moving this into something a little more compact so that it fits nicely with my planner. But what I like about this is that it's got a flat, wide nib, kind of not exactly a traditional nib, and it's an amazing highlighter. But not just highlighting, I do write with it some too. So let's get started. I'm going to move this. I don't know about you, but I write at an angle. So the first thing I like to do is just to kind of highlight here. So these parallels come in, I don't know, 5 or 6 different sizes, and there's a lot to like about all the different sizes. Originally, I thought I was going to want to use for this the 3.6, I think it is, millimeter one, because it almost exactly fills the like height of a Common Planner box size, and I thought that would be fun. But I actually prefer the 1.5 because I still get a good highlight across the top here, but I like this one better for marking time blocks, and I'll show you that in a second. So let's just go ahead and put my basic headers in here, just so that we can get them down. This is running out of ink. I didn't put very much in it. This ink is the Pelikan Edelstein Rose Quartz, which is really too light. I'm doing a terrible job at straight lines here. Too light for like normal writing in a pen for me, but it makes an amazing highlight. So we'll let that dry before we write our headers on there. I've got my Google Calendar up because that's where I keep track of future events for the most part, although I've written something on here. Oh, there's an Esterbrook Live at 12 on the 15th that I might be interested in. I don't know, we'll see. So I don't have a lot planned so far for this week, but there are some things that I do every week. So right now I'm just putting in timed appointments, and so I like this size because it does a good job of going down the line like that and highlighting times. So I find it super versatile, and I'll show you the other thing I use it for when we get to one of them. But that's what I'm using. So this is lab meeting. That's every Tuesday. Should we mark down that the 14th is Valentine's Day. Let's see, why not? All right, not that fancy, but not just a scroll either. So that's Valentine's Day. There's also, so here, I'll show you the other way I use this now, which is, let's see, I'm gonna mark, there's a soft opening for new bakery in town. They are open from 7:30 to 5, well, or until sold out. But I'm not gonna make it there until at least 2 o'clock. So I've drawn a highlight. What I also like here is that you can do the edge. So in my planner, the way I do this is things with highlights are time-specific things like happening at a certain time. The black stuff is things I am doing. And then I write in the colored things I want to be aware of in case I want to do it. So I can use the edge here and I can say, and I can write Q Bakehouse soft open. And so now I see it on Wednesday when I'm driving home from work. I can decide if I want to stop or not, but it doesn't have the same visual weight as the black writing, and that's what I like know to look for if I'm like doing something or not. I need to find an eraser so that I can put this Estabrook Live in as well. I do it in pencil when it's ahead of time because I might change my highlight color. I don't actually think I'm that interested in this, but it doesn't hurt to have it on there. So we'll just put Estabrook Live. Okay. A lot of what I have this week are things I just might want to notice. So not a lot of specific plans. I think I'm going to make this even, so this is going to be every week, and I don't know. So I think I'm going to make this even thinner yet. I'm going to hold the parallel opposite. So from 1 to 5, oops, except that it's on Saturdays and Sundays, not Fridays. From 1 to 5, the local animal like sanctuary that's close to me is open, and I just bought a membership. I want to go and sketch animals there more often. If you don't know, because I don't really post any of this on my YouTube so far, but if you follow me on Instagram, I really like to draw and paint animals, and it's been going on about a year, and I'm getting better at it. So I'm just gonna write CC open, because they're only open to the public on those days, and I want to notice when they happen. So I bought a membership because then I can not worry about like getting my money's worth every time I go. The membership is the equivalent of going like 4 times over the course of the year. So I think I can easily do that. I went yesterday for like 3 hours and I had a great time, but I need to remember it happens, and on the weekends I have a tendency to kind of shut down, stay home, and I'm sure I will still do that, but at least seeing that these are open times, I think will make it easier for me to get there. All right, let's fill in our headers because we're going to have laughably little else to put on here. I guess we'll do maybe some of the ring stuff too, just to kind of fill out this this video. My friend Karina just posted a passport video. I'll put a link to it below. But she was joking with me. She's like, of course the week I film it, I have nothing to put on it. And I told her, I was like, I have been there. You are preaching to the choir. I mean, so much of what happens every week is work, and I could fill that in on here, but there's nothing really to say about it. And I don't want to get this too cluttered. I realize I've added a bunch of things I might not be doing on here, but for me, it needs to be like at a glance. If I have to do a lot of parsing, then it stops being useful. And then the other thing I do also in here, just so you know, is like fill in with pencil what I actually did. And that helps me fill in my journal. So that's also a big part of what happens here, and that is an important function for this, but it doesn't look like much in a plan with me context. Okay, I'm going to cut here. I'm gonna go do my MakseLife reflections and actions pre-think, and I will come back and we can talk about that. Okay, so I filled out my weekly reflections and actions. I'm purposefully keeping things compact this week. Last week, I really needed the rest. Maybe I will, maybe I won't this week, but I found myself in this past week really needing to like listen to what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was watch TV, which is fine. I'm really on a mission not to make myself feel guilty about what I do in my free time. Like, there are things that need to get done at work, feeding my household, that kind of thing. But everything else, like if I watch TV one day instead of painting, like there are no stakes. That is not a thing I need to make myself feel guilty about. And I'm really trying to be generous with myself about that. It's possible that that kind of week is behind me and that this week I will want more of like the structure, but I'm dipping my toes into it carefully, because it really stinks to make yourself feel bad about something you didn't need to do anyway. And so I'm trying to like lean into that. But I do have some things I need to do, or would very much like to have done this week. So let's put some of these in. So one of them is phone free afternoon. That's one afternoon a week. I am trying to spend as little time, particularly on my phone where I have a tendency to like mindlessly scroll forever, but on the internet in general. I don't usually schedule that for a specific day. I'm gonna put it here on Tuesday, but I put it on this note because I moved around. Sometimes I know what date needs to be based on like, you know, how the week feels. So I don't necessarily do that, although I will say I've been doing that more and more every work afternoon. So maybe at some point we'll stop scheduling that because it will be all afternoons, but I'll put that there. I am going to label down here this for weekly reflections and actions. But I am also going to put this note down here because I like it when it takes up a lot of visual space, because it makes me more likely for me to do it when it's very obvious. And then we'll put the Baldur's Gate one down later. Okay, so I have weekly reflections and actions scheduled. I need to pay my Michigan sales tax. And I think I'm gonna wanna do that in the beginning of the week. I don't know if I'm gonna be up for it on a Monday afternoon, but let's try it. So we'll schedule that for Monday. We have fun free afternoon on there. I need to investigate some Baltimore logistics. I'm gonna put that on Monday too. Those are both like sitting at my computer kinds of tasks, and I think it makes sense to batch them so that I don't have them on multiple days that then interferes with like a phone free afternoon, or you know, if I feel in the zone for something, if I don't have to do a lot of like context switching, that's a good thing. I have a friend whose birthday is the next week, and I'd like to make her a birthday card. What day am I gonna feel artsy? Let's put it here for Wednesday. because I have the house to myself on Wednesday. That tends to be a good time to like get messy. I need to clean my studio like so badly. It was on last week too, and I haven't done it. Maybe I will do it today. It'd be great if I did it today. Oh, I need to water my plants. I'm not gonna, okay, we've scheduled birthday card. I'm not gonna schedule text a friend. Clean studio. I'm tempted not to schedule that, but I also kind of think that it means I won't do it. I don't want to do it on a phone-free afternoon, but I don't know exactly what day my phone-free afternoon is going to be. I'd like to have it done before I get into birthday card making, because it'd be really nice if my studio was not a mess before then. Am I gonna regret putting it all? I don't know that this is, I'm gonna put it here and we'll see. I tend to like really fall off here at the end of the week. This is call mom. Do I have anything else I know I need to put down here? Oh, I need to meal plan and grocery shop and do laundry. Yuck. Okay, well, let's pair laundry with clean the studio. These whole like sets of things might get moved to different days, but at least if they're set, maybe they'll all go together. So I've cleaned studio in here. I need to do laundry and I need to meal plan. And I need to do the meal planning ASAP. Which means I need to do it on Monday, probably. And I also need to cook, which makes me wonder if maybe I need to do all this stuff on Monday, but that it's the right thing to pair with some other household tasks. But I'm still gonna put it on here because it really does need to be this day. Let's do groceries. And maybe I'll actually do the meal planning today, but all right. So that's what's going on with me this week in my passport planner with my pocket ring setup. Stay tuned maybe for more about this. If you're a fountain pen user, this is a great way to use these inks that are like too light for like normal, comfortable eyesight writing. But I'm going to move that into a nicer pen body, and maybe I'll do like a standalone video about that when I do, because it'll be more searchable in the YouTube's stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. If you're in the passport planner or in a different common planner or whatever system you're in, I hope you're as happy in it as I am, and allow me to remind you that you don't need to feel guilty about the things you didn't need to do that you didn't do. Have a good week. Bye, friends.